Hello and welcome to my tiny little corner of YouTube where we keep bumping into each other, don't we? How the devil are we today? What is going on? So today's chat's for them mums. The dreamers, the ones that want just that little bit more. Maybe they want to be able to pick up the kids from school, drop them off from school, have something that's their own, trying to balance all these things. And it's the side hustle, isn't it? We're talking side hustles. Although I really want to rebrand that. Can we please call it something more like mum's side flow or something? Because the hustle sounds too extreme, and I'm only using the word side hustle for the SEO because I do not like that word. I'm not gonna lie. Language is important. They're all spells, all spelling for a reason. It's all in our consciousness. So we're going to be talking side hustles and all things like mum business and mumpreneurs and all these little things that so many women and mums that I'm talking to at the moment just keep thriving for, and like they really want something of their own. Like everybody I'm speaking to at the moment have these ideas and like brilliant ideas, like amazing creative ideas that are given to other people and to their family. They can put the food on the table, they can give to communities, they can build communities, they come up with these ideas and these great things, but lacking and they're just kind of lacking the confidence to take that step. And they're maybe getting trapped in situations and work environments or these places that are not allowing them to dare to take the next step and dare to do it. And we've all been there. Like, I'm speaking from a place of understanding and totally getting it. It's scary, isn't it? It's scary to go, okay, I'm going to do this. And then we play it small, even if we're selling Tropic or we're doing something on the side. It's always a side hustle. It's always just a little, pocket money, a little something. And it's like we don't allow ourselves to go, actually, I won't mind building a goddamn empire over here. Like, I want to be the next Kris Kardashian or something. Like, we dare allow ourselves to say that because it feels guilty. It feels like shameful. It feels like we shouldn't be allowed to want them things and admit that that's maybe what we would like to do eventually. Or how dare we even dream to imagine our lives in that way? And also comes this burden of it's hard work, it's hard, it's the hustle. It means if we do something, we're taking it away from something else. It means we can't have it all. If you're having a side hustle and doing something for yourselves, mean you might not be doing something for your children or your family. And then it has that guilt of who do I think I am? Who do I think I am to put myself out there or start something new? And again, a lot of my videos have been talking to the third person when I think that third person is just me. I'm basically just talking to myself here. I'm basically acting as my own friend here, as a little pep talk, a little come on, you've got this, you can do this, dare to dream, dare to imagine what you may even want, even dare put it out there and admit that maybe you want something a little bit more. Maybe you don't want to work for somebody else anymore. Maybe you want to have something that you've called your own and that's all yours and that you've created and built from the ground up. Again, you be me. So that's what I want to talk about. All things confidence, self-worth. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to get brave and I'm going to share something with you that I've kind of been thinking about and putting steps into place. That maybe we can do something different, and maybe that can be my side hustle and that can be my little mum side flow, if we're going to call it that. Stick around for that because let's chat a little bit more about the struggles. Let's be honest, mums are the queen of doing everything for everybody else, making sure that everybody's got everything they need. You go out for tea with your friend, you make sure everybody's sorted at home. You know you're going to come home late, so you make sure the uniform and the pack-up's packed ready. You know what you're doing. You know that if you allow yourself to have a little bit of time for you, that means this massive build-up to get there, and then the guilt afterwards from stepping out and not playing this mum role. You know what I mean. When it comes to doing something for themselves, and we get the guilt, we get the oh, I shouldn't be doing this. This feels very indulgent. It feels like something that maybe is for somebody else, and I shouldn't be allowing myself to imagine having something that's my own and something that I've grown. Because as a woman and as a mum, we tend to feel like we're just giving, giving, giving. And if I'm being brutally honest, I am not the world's worst at this. I know other mums out there that are way worse than me, but I still feel it. I still feel the guilt around maybe doing something for myself, or, you know, setting something up, and even spending time doing YouTube videos. Maybe I feel like, it does take up a lot of my time. Maybe I should be doing something else. Maybe I should be doing the pots, getting the tea on the table, but sometimes the tea's not always on the table, I'll tell you. Because we have to allow ourselves to do the things that we want to do selflessly, to make sure we are filling up our own cup, to allow to be able to help everybody else. We have to help ourselves first. And often that's when the side hustle comes in. Often that's when it's like, oh, this is what I'm doing. Like, so many people start a conversation with, oh, what do you do? Me included. I often say that to people. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to find a much more interesting conversation to have with people. But, oh yeah, well, what do you do? And then we put all this emphasis on what we do. And if it's not just easy enough to say, I'm a wedding planner, or I'm a teacher, or something that's really straightforward and everybody can understand, then we go, oh, I'm a stay-at-home mum, or I'm a homeschooling mum, or I'm not working right now. And I've been giving myself all these, like, what to me feels like a small kind of like thing, when I know deep down it's not. I know my role in the home is really important, and obviously homeschooling Oliver is super important. But to me, without having an attachment to a career or a job title, makes me feel less. It makes me feel like I'm not doing enough. I'm not contributing in all the right ways. So I have this drive and this passion, and I really believe I have the bandwidth to fit it all in and not let anybody feel left out. I've just got to figure a few things out at this moment in time, but I know eventually everything will just fall into place and it will all be working right. And I feel like I am on this alignment now. I feel like I'm on the right path. I just don't know where it's going quite yet, but we're just playing around and we're just having fun. And that's what I'd love to encourage anybody out there that's maybe thinking, oh, I'd like to give this a go or try that. And I think what everybody needs to know is that you are worthy of doing it. You are enough. If you've got something in you that you feel like you want to offer to other people, you can do it. You can do it. And yes, it may feel hard. Yes, it may feel like icky and a bit weird and a bit like, oh God, that's a lot of energy and time and effort. But what you put out, you will get back. Like, yes, it may be a few late nights, or it may take up a little bit more time than reading a book or doing something a little bit more leisurely. But by doing them things and setting something up or creating something, really does feel like you have a purpose, and a deeper purpose, something for yourselves. You're not just identify. We are all much bigger than our jobs, than being a parent, being a wife, being a friend, all these things. We're all of these things put together. That's what makes us who we are. And we can't identify as one or the other. Like, it's nice to have all these things that work cohesively together to make us who we are. Because if one of them things drops, everything drops. Everything. If you put all your eggs in one basket and one thing goes to shit, then that's it, isn't it? It's like you put everything into that one thing. Being a mum, particularly, like, children grow up and then they go off and then they leave you and you're like, whoa, who am I? And you hear this a lot, don't you? Where empty nest syndromes, where mums love being mums, and of course we love being mums, and I love being Oliver's mum. It's the best job ever. One day he will grow up and won't need me as much. But also, I want him to see me working. I want him to see that if you want to achieve something, you have to put your passion, your heart, your soul into it, all, you know, your time and everything you can to make it what you want it to be. And I want him to see that. I was brought up like that. My mum and dad showed me my work ethics, and they showed me how to work hard. And there's a difference here though, let me just pause here. There's a difference between a hustle and working hard. When you're doing something that you love and it's your own business, it's your own flow, you put a lot of time and energy into it. But that feels different to trading off your time for money like you would for an hourly rate. That's like two completely different things to me, if you ask me. Because when you're doing something and you can feel it growing and you don't even really know where it's going, it's just like you're on this like treadmill and you're like, okay, we're moving in some direction. But if you're feeling stuck and you're feeling like you're just putting more and more and more, and actually you're getting less and less and they're taking more off you, that isn't flow. That isn't a good place to be by any stretch of the imagination. But when you have something that's your own and you love and you enjoy, that's what I'm talking about, hard work and hustle. And I don't want to get them two things separated, because I want them two things to be separate, because I don't see them as the same. Working hard, and it's like that old saying, isn't it? If you just worked, and then you'll be a success and you'll be a millionaire, then, you know, cleaners would be, wouldn't they? Like people that work so hard and do long shifts would be that. So it's not a matter of that. It's a whole collective of things that, yes, you have to put time and energy in, but there's lots of other things that have to go into it. Your passion, your flow, your creativity, all these things have to go into this mixture to get something beautiful at the end. Like it's just a big mixture of things. It's a recipe of all the good juiciness. And it isn't just a matter of like, the harder I work, the harder it will pay off, because it doesn't always pay off by just putting in hours after hours after hours, because you don't get, it's not like for like, unfortunately. But I truly believe that when a mum builds something of her own alongside her children, whether it's something big or something small, it could be a little Etsy business, or it could be an empire. If you build something along your family and it means you can fit your time around your family, and like I said, pick up your children from school, drop them off, that feels like a success. That feels like a win. That is freedom, isn't it? And that's, I think, what so many mums that I speak to are just wanting. That's all they want to do, to be able to get to the school play, go to sports day, pick their children up, make sure their children gets off to secondary school so that they've been able to do their hair on a morning, so they're not going stressed out and anxiety ridden. Like there's so much that we want to give to the people around us, yet we can often put it in the wrong place. And then all that happens is we end up with this burnout and this overwhelm, which can often even lead to work-related stress and time off work, because we've just taken on so much without making sure, checking in on ourselves and making sure we're aligned at all points. And it's so easy to just go, well, I need to do this job because I need the money. And of course we all need the money. We need to live. Money is not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's neither. It's just energy. But we put so much energy and emphasis on it that it can then leave us in a place that's stuck, and it can leave us in a place that just still wanting and going, oh, I want what one day, or that day when I set up my own business, or when I can. It's a hard one, because it's not as easy as just saying, quit your job today, all will be okay, start your side hustle. It's not as easy as that. I get that. But if you can start putting some things in place, a group of friends told me at Christmas, they said, just spend 10 minutes every day doing something you want to do. And it was great advice. The only problem was I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I've had to have this time and space to kind of give myself space to do that, which is really difficult, because if you're working and you don't know what you're doing and you don't have the time and space, what exactly are you supposed to do? Like, where are you supposed to go? So I think it's really important. And a lot of mums, when they have their babies, they have the maternity leave, and then they go, I don't want to go back to work. Like, if I go back to work now, I won't see my baby and I won't get to spend all the time with my baby. And some people want to get back to work, and that's okay too. But I know how I felt I just didn't want to be, I still don't want to be away from him. I'm obsessed with the little guy and he's nearly 9. So, for me, I didn't want to have Oliver to not be around him as much as I can. And luckily, I've never wanted to be in an environment that is away from him. I've always wanted to work where he could see me, he comes to my workplace, and all them things are really important to me, that flexibility of Oliver understanding different workplaces and seeing how it is and how to act and all them things, because again, I was brought up like that. All my family, that's how it was. We all just went to the office, we went to the family office and we all saw and we all got stuck in and we were all doing photocopying and things like that from such a young age that I think that's what I want for Oliver. That's what I want to create for Oliver. That maybe not the photocopying because that's boring as hell, but you know what I mean. Like Oliver's very good already. I mean, times have moved on. It's a lot more tech heavy, isn't it? Like social media and making reels and things like that. Oliver's very good at all things like that already. He can use CapCut and he can make reels and does voiceovers and he can do all them things already. He's seen me do it. He's seen friends do it. I have other friends that have online businesses and he's very close to them and he can see them working hard and having online businesses. And times have moved on, haven't they? Where it's not such a traditional format anymore. We don't all have to be in an office. We can be much more flexible and work work in a much more remote fashion. So children see it as well, don't they? And for me, that's a good education for them to appreciate that work can look so different to everybody. Like there's so many opportunities to make money and build something. So yeah, that kind of message. It isn't just about money. It's about walking tall. It's about speaking clear. It's about feeling that you've got something of your own. That's something that's mine. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm seeking for. And for me, creating YouTube and doing these little chats with you guys, it just gives me it's more than just a job. And I know it's not paid for at the moment or anything like that, but it's more than just the grind, isn't it? If I put in 10 hours of creating content and editing content and planning content, that would feel very different to me than 10 hours working behind a bar. They're two different things. And I think that's where kind of I would like to transform and develop something. So that's leading me to something that I'm having a little brainstorm with. So I'm building something new. Oh, look at me. I'm saying all this. I needed to build up to this moment. I was like pep talking myself to even say it out loud. But my plan, create a private membership group. And it's going to be called, I don't know yet, but I'm thinking, let me know what you think. Let me know, put down below on any thoughts. But what I'm thinking is maybe the Creating Balance Circle. Membership feels very heavy to me, and it's going to be just more of a private group where like-minded mums or women who may be wanting to have their own business or set something up or create something. And it's not going to be me giving advice. I do have a business degree, but I'm still totally winging it over here. Like I am still in my development stages. And the whole idea would be if we could have this private area, this private space where we could speak in a very honest fashion. We can talk about all things that we're trying to create in business in a really safe space. So that there's no pressure of anybody worrying about anybody else hearing anything. And then we can hopefully build a community that we can help each other and support each other, maybe even trade off some resources if we're starting something new and maybe money isn't going to be as flowing yet. But when we are, we'll have all helped each other build these little communities. So what it will be a monthly subscription. Cancel any time. It will be, I will do a podcast because you've probably seen enough of my face. So I'm just going to put my voice out there, I think. It will be a weekly podcast where we can just have a little regroup, maybe some practices, maybe just helping us set our goals and stay aligned alongside a Facebook group where we can all talk and meet each other and network and hopefully just support each other. That's basically my whole goal, is that meet some friends that can kind of just come along with me on this journey. And maybe they're at the same place, maybe they have a little bit more to offer, maybe at ground zero, maybe they are just in very much just thinking about how the hell do I get out of this place and get into this place. And that's going to be my big idea. So if you've stuck around for this, thank you very much. It's a bit scary, it's a bit daunting, but so I hope some of you might be interested in joining me along and we can chat just more. And I'm saying business and side hustles, it might flow more into other things as well. Who knows? It might just be if you've got goals and you've got ambitions and they may look slightly different to a business format. It might be something slightly different. But it will be a community of support, a community of like-minded people interested in building confidence and self-worth and putting time and energy into themselves, investing in themselves. So that means they can invest in their family and offer more to their family and just be the best versions of ourselves, really. So watch this space because it's coming soon. It's going to start on the 5th of July. And that will be the first podcast. And then it will be every Saturday from then. So, yes, come along if you want to know. So if you feel like you're wanting to kind of hear a little bit more of me and get a little bit deeper and you want to share something more, and we can kind of just have this safer space where we can all just kind of bounce ideas around, brain dump, support, and just generally work on our self-development, self-improvement. And that may look different to everybody, but we'll all be there to support each other. So thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed this. Comment below if you're interested in the private membership and I will send you the link. So thank you very much for watching and being here and coming along on my little mum's side flow thing that I've got going on over here. So yes, see you next time. Bye.